fans of YouTube. It is nice to see you all again. Welcome to another one of my videos. So today I'm putting a little bit of a teaser out with this one. So this is a new guitar that I've acquired, made by a company called Pacer. Now, the thing that's getting me is I don't know a lot about it. I can't find a lot of information online regarding the company themselves, and the last Pacer that was sold on Reverb was a Les Paul shaped one, and it went for about $300 to $400. So I'm at a bit of a loss because there's nothing online, it's not a Kramer, and it's a brilliantly manufactured guitar that I'm going to struggle to review, but I will do the very best that I can. So here's what I do know about it. So it was manufactured sometime in the mid-1990s. So this guitar is nearly as old as me. It has a, what I believe, mahogany body with a flame maple top. It's not a veneer, it is a top, and it's a bound top as well. It has one volume, one tone. The tone is push-pull, and it's a three-way switch. 24 fret, rosewood fretboard, and a maple neck, which is obviously bolt-on. It's got a lovely C-shaped kind of feel. It's a bit like an Ibanez S-series in terms of the feel. And then obviously we have the Pacer headstock here, which as you can see is sort of a bit like a Yamaha or Ibanez style. It's an inline 6 tuning key configuration, and they're a non-stock tuner, but they are very good. The pickups, as far as I'm aware, are some form of Alnico 5 pickups. They're very high output, and obviously with the push-pull controls as well, you get a lot of tone versatility with them. It's string-through body, and it's a Tune-o-matic style bridge. So that's what I do know about it. Obviously as well, it's finished in this absolutely gorgeous vintage style sunburst colour. Obviously that's going to not stand out very well against my t-shirt, but I'll bring it in a little closer just so you can see the maple as well. It's a lovely flame maple style. So that is what I do know about it. Now, the thing, as I say, is on Reverb, the last Pacer guitar that was sold was a Les Paul hand-built one, hand-styled and hand-finished, and that sold for about $350 to $450. So the thing that I'm struggling with most is trying to actually put a price on this. I bought it second-hand from a friend of mine, and in exchange for my Les Pauls, because the Les Pauls are becoming a bit too heavy for me to play due to a back issue. So I'm reverting back to playing Superstrats and hopefully some form of Flying V. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the tones on this guitar, and what I want people to do when they see this review is just basically try and give me some more information about it. I don't know a lot about the company. What I do know is that they were waiting for some form of licensing, and during that period they ceased trading. So there were a very select handful of the guitars that were actually built. Just to give you an idea of my signal chain, I am running a new wireless system. This I will give a proper review of at some point, but it is made by a company called Muzzlady. Now, I purchased this off Amazon, and it is absolutely fantastic. It has a 75 feet range, and it has an 8-hour playtime. As always, I'm going to go through tones the way that I usually do. I'm going to start in clean on both pickups and with the coil splits, and then I will switch over to a distorted channel. My tuning for this video is drop C sharp, or as I refer to it, the Trivium tuning. So just to give you obviously an idea of the sort of tones to expect when my wireless system will plug back in. Here we go. On my signal chain here is just a touch of reverb, no delay, anything like that. And it's a Blackstar ID Core 20 that I'm using. The setting that I'm using in particular at the moment is the Clean Warm, which has a slightly heavier bass in it. And it is boomy, I'm not going to lie, it's very boomy. But there's no loss in note clarity, the notes are very clear and very crisp. Now, as far as my understanding goes, the coil split works on both guitars. I'm not sure how it's wired like that, but it does. So we'll go again. Coil split has done is just took out some of the lower end frequencies so that you get the more spankier, authentic kind of single coil Strat sound, which I do like, obviously, just for a lead style comparison. So this is the full humbucker. And then with the split. With that split, it does really bring out that spanky, that lovely glassy high end that a lot of people enjoy from Strats. And I do like the way that it does sound in both voicings. I mean, even with the full humbucker. Nice to play, and that's what makes me suspect that these aren't just some regular run-of-the-mill pickups. But without obviously pulling them out, I can't tell what they are, but I do believe they are high output. So the next position then is the mid position, which is the 2 pickup split, and there is no coil tap voicing for this. So here we go. Expect, it's very run-of-the-mill in terms of the sound when you split the 2 pickups in the mid position. It's mildly fuzzy, and just it's good for if you want that sort of vintage style tone, if you like. And just for a lead sound, definitely nowhere as clear as if you wanted to split just the bridge or the neck pickups, but again, nice if you want a sort of vintage style kind of slightly fuzzy pickup sound. So the next position then is the bridge. Now the bridge again can be coil split, so I'm going to start again with the full humbucker. Here we go. guitar does sort of really come into its own. That sound there is very, very mid orientated, and that comes brilliantly when you want to obviously play the stuff I do, like rock and metal. There's obviously the chords have just got a lovely mid-range bite to them. Just for a lead comparison. It's nice and bright, very treble orientated in leads, but just enough mid as well to really push the sound, which is great obviously if you want the solo to have a little bit more. Just a bit more brightness to it. So I'm going to now, I'm going to split the pickup. Here we go. Again, what the coil split has done is took out some of the lower end frequencies and really brought the mids and the treble forward. And again, just for that lead sound. Really sounds very hot really, and kind of almost like a lipstick pickup, like what's in a Telecaster. Brilliant for if you're somebody that enjoys that sort of spanky Telecaster Stratcaster kind of sound. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch over to the distorted channel. Now, anyone that uses a Blackstar ID Core 20 knows there are two overdrive functions. Overdrive 1, overdrive 2. Overdrive 1 is a bit more like your American thrash. Overdrive 2 is a bit more like British kind of distortion. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to go on the overdrive 1 setting, which is like the thrash sound. So here we go guys, this is what that sounds like. I'm just going to have it on the bridge just for now, but... aggressive sounding, which is odd for a Superstrat guitar, especially one that I don't know a lot about. I don't know what the pickups are, I just know they're very high output and they're great for the kind of things that I play. So I'm going to move on to the neck pickup again and start obviously in full humbucker. So here we go. Stereotypical neck pickup sound. There's not a lot of complete clear note definition and it's a little bit muddy. It's nice if you want that sort of grungy kind of tone. And just for a lead sound comparison. Really good for the tapping stuff that I do, as it's got just enough sort of resonance and frequency in it to be able to really accentuate what I'm doing as I do the tap technique. So I'm going to do now, I'm going to split the pickup again, and here we go. So what the pickup split has done there has sort of, again, removed some of the low end and brought some of the mids and treble back into focus. And it does sound what you would expect a Strat pickup to sound like, with a little bit of gain through it. It's nice and spanky in the, almost with the pick attack. It picks the pick attack up really well. And the tone in itself is just, it's resonant, but you can tell that it's being split. Sometimes when you have pickup splits, they don't always sound completely defined when they do split. And again, just for that lead style sound comparison. Doesn't seem quite as clear as what the full humbucker does, and I think that is to do with the way that the pickup splits. It sounds more like a single coil, which is obviously what it's supposed to do, and that is one of the reasons I really like this guitar, because it has such tone versatility. So the next position then is the mid position with the two humbuckers. Here we go. Very, very fuzzy. Almost like I've got a fuzz pedal turned on, which I haven't. And it's very muddy and not really too good for a lot of the things that I use it for. It could be good for somebody, maybe that plays in some sort of like grunge where the fuzz is really obviously quite prominent. And again, just with the lead comparison. It lends itself quite heavily to the treble side of the mix. Obviously the higher strings come out a lot better than the lower ones do, but it's not very clear cut. Like, you expect a particular sound when playing leads, and it doesn't fit that kind of sound. Obviously when it's in the neck, you've got that lovely creamy warm tone. When it's in the bridge, you've got that slightly higher boost in the mids that give it a really singing kind of vibe, as you'll hear in a moment. So obviously now in the bridge with full humbucker. I love how much this can squeal when it's in the bridge position. Especially because it's only strung with nines as well, like the pinch harmonics come through really, really well. It's just got that lovely aggressive bite to it. And when it's in an amp that's going to be a lot more cranked up, and obviously with a touch more distortion in it, it's going to be great for playing the things that I play with my band. So just for that lead sound comparison, so you can sort of hear the singing essence of it. does cut through quite well when you're playing the lead sort of stuff. I'm not a massive lead player. I know lead techniques, but I'm not a really big lead player. And the final position then is the bridge with the split. Again, sounds like what you would expect a Telecaster or Strat to sound like, with a lot of distortion there. It loses a lot of the mid. And just for that lead sound comparison. Definitely not as good for doing the sweep picking stuff as the full humbucker would be, but it has that lovely bite and twang to it that would be really good for lending itself to like country style leads. Or if you like playing the stuff like Eric Johnson, Joe Satriani, where there has been stuff that's been wrote on single coils, it captures that sound very, very well. So this is my Pacer S-Type, guys, and again, I don't know a lot about it. It's just a beautiful guitar to play, and it ticks all the right boxes in all the right places. But I do ask, if anyone knows anything about the company, or knows more about this guitar in itself, please leave me a comment below, because I would like to understand a lot more about what it is I'm actually playing. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Obviously, I understand it's been a while since I've uploaded. Lots of things going off. Band-wise, obviously, working on music, working on new stuff, and potentially some new naming conventions as well, but I'll keep you up to date on that. As always, I thank you very much for your support. Obviously, I still see and reply to as many people as I can. People are commenting to me when and obviously they discover videos that I've done for them, and it's helped them out in the long run. I know particularly my ESP-LTD Eclipse EC256 video has had quite a few views, and people have commented me saying that they're going to potentially look at the axe based on my review, and that genuinely humbles me that I've helped somebody along on a journey. Again, same as with my Jackson JS32T Rhodes with the EMGs, that's touching up to near 10,000 views now, and I still get comments on that quite often about the tone, about the guitar itself, and just general questions. If you're one of those people that have commented on a video that I've done, thank you. It just proves that the community that I have sort of slightly built in YouTube is still running very strong, and I genuinely cannot thank you enough for that. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.